Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at 5. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
It's good to have you here. I'm Whitney Ward. Well, a weather impact alert right now as the Northwest is bracing for the force of a bomb cyclone. There is a blizzard warning in the Cascades, and it's only the second time in a decade that's actually happened.
Most of eastern Washington is under a winter weather advisory with anywhere from 1 to 4 inches expected depending on where you live. Even more up in the mountains. Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo is tracking everything you need to know about the timing of when the storm arrives tomorrow. Jeremy?
Oh, it's going to be early in the day and really do a number on that morning commute. Let's take a second to look at what's going on off the coast because it's kind of incredible. This is over the course of the past 12 hours. All right, load, please. Turns out my graphic just decided not to load. So instead, what we're going to dive into are some of those advisories and the blizzard warning. Really, notice they get worse as we go from east to west. The reason they're so much worse over the Cascades than they are here is because of the closer proximity to the bomb cyclone sitting off the coast. Wind is directly correlated to pressure gradients, the difference in pressure over a distance. If you have a strong pressure gradient or a big pressure change over a short distance, your wind will be stronger. That's exactly what's happening up and over Snoqualmie Pass and across the Cascades. Snow is slowly filtering in, slowly, emphasis on slowly, and will continue to do so until about 10 p.m. tonight before it's widespread and coming down exceptionally hard. Wind will howl overnight and early tomorrow morning. For us, it will be a little blustery as the snow starts falling before the sun comes up. Snow takes us through the morning commute and eventually starts changing over to rain by the middle of the day. I think a bulk of what falls tomorrow will be snow for us in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, but it does look to switch over. Pullman, Moscow, your snow switching over to rain. Silver Valley, looks like you get a little bit of rain-snow mix in the second half of the day. Eventually, it just warms up enough that most of what falls Thursday winds up coming down as rain. All said and done, 1 to 2 inches, pretty widespread. You get north of Highway 2, 2 to 4 possible. Snoqualmie Pass, even more. But with temperatures on the rise, it is likely that most of the snow that falls in low elevations melts by later in the afternoon and evening.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. Thank you very much. As you just heard, that snow is expected to hit at an inconvenient time, the morning commute.
KREM 2's Shannon Mowdy is checking in with the city of Spokane about its plans to tackle this first significant snowfall.
Spokane's Streets Department has been ready to go into winter weather mode. They have been on standby for a week now. Staff are working 20 hours a day monitoring forecasts and conditions. There are also 4 satellite sites with supplies and equipment ready to go.
They're really helpful when we can access them quickly. We don't have those drivers having to, drive 10 miles, each way in order to get those materials.
Wednesday morning's expected snow isn't causing concern. Kirsten Davis with Public Works says they're waiting to see how much accumulates.
It's a wait and see, but having all the tools with us. So our goal is to be flexible and responsive. That's why we have a lot of those materials in 4 different places throughout the city so that we can react faster.
Davis says they are also well stocked on salt and sand. They started accumulating that back in the summer. They'll add to that pile throughout the winter as needed. The snow season operations run through March 15th. Shannon Mowdy, KREM 2 News.
Shannon, thank you. And with snow on the way tomorrow, now is the time to make sure you have KREM 2 Plus. It's our streaming app that you can watch on your TV. Tomorrow morning on KREM 2 Plus, you'll be able to watch live radar to track the storm. It'll also be live all morning long on KREM 2, showing you the conditions on the roads across the area. These are exclusive reports you can only watch on KREM 2 Plus.
Well, a man is behind bars after being arrested for murder.
Spokane police took Orlando Jaramillo into custody this morning. Spokane police were investigating a possible protection order violation when officers say they found Jaramillo in a car. They say he ran off but was arrested a short time later. Investigators say he was wanted in connection with a deadly stabbing during a fight in downtown Spokane back on October 29th. He was arrested and booked into the Spokane County Jail on charges of second-degree murder.
The community has already raised more than $100,000 for the family of a Pullman teen killed in a weekend crash near Rosalia. 13-year-old Zion Bischoff was killed when a semi-truck jackknifed across the northbound lanes of 195, causing the crash. His father is a WSU employee and was also hurt. This weekend, the WSU football team also will be wearing a special ZB patch on their helmets to honor his memory as they are facing off against OSU on Saturday.
New tonight, the Spokane Valley City Council is set to get an update on the region's new homeless housing plan for the next 5 years. The Spokane region's current plan is set to expire at the end of this year.
KREM 2's Amanda Rowley is live here in the studio with us tonight with more on what this proposed 5-year plan actually includes. Amanda?
The Spokane region's current homeless housing plan was created in partnership with Spokane County and the city of Spokane. Before the new plan can be adopted by the Continuum Care Board, which is the decision-making body for the region, regional partners are collecting community input on the drafted version.
A 5-year homeless housing plan is required for the Spokane region to receive state and federal funding related to homelessness. The draft of the new plan before Spokane Valley City Council tonight outlines the new objectives it needs to meet. They include promote an equitable, accountable, and transparent homeless crisis response system, strengthen the homeless service provider workforce, and house everyone in a stable setting that meets their need. The plan includes several actions to meet the identified objectives, such as developing and maintaining a by-name list as part of the objective to promote a homeless crisis response team. This is a real-time list of all people in each subpopulation experiencing homelessness. The plan says this is a known best practice because the robust data helps coordinate access and service prioritization. The proposed plan would also create a system-wide move-on strategy. It would establish a system framework that identifies when a client is ready to move on from permanent supportive housing with intensive services and into a more independent environment. The plan says this would open up a supportive housing bed for another vulnerable individual. As for strengthening the homeless services workforce, the plan includes strategies that would improve retention of homeless provider workers, improve provider safety, and decrease time their positions stay vacant. Now, the plan isn't finalized yet, and the Continuum of Care Board is seeking input through a community survey.
This is an opportunity for those who live in the region, in Spokane Valley, in the city of Spokane, throughout the county, to help advise how the region addresses homelessness.
Now, the survey will be up until December 1st. Then the Continuum of Care Board will update the new 5-year plan and submit it for federal funding by the end of this year. It still has until December 2025 to submit the plan for state funding through the Department of Commerce. Amanda Rowley, KREM 2 News.
Amanda, thank you very much.